going on, everyone? Welcome to the Rumpier Sports Hardwood Show for some Thursday night NBA action. We have a small little 6-game slate, but the way things are going, I have a feeling that we might get our members on the right page. It's been a phenomenal run. Another night of, I guess pure and utter domination, to be quite frank. Every leaderboard across the industry, RPS logos up top. Tony's core absolutely smashed last night. It was a very, very impressive night all around. And it's one of those good nights because it's one of those nights where the members did well. And the members took down Big T. Big T was sitting nice and pretty, and the member passed him to take over first place. But I don't think he was too upset, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the price of doing business. Like I say, I like our people winning. I text Hoop somewhat early in the night, and I was like, you're not going to believe this, but I'm pretty sure I got the stone nuts again because the team was literally the team was the winner. I knew it was the winner, but one of the members that used the core played the same 5 dudes, had the lucky number to beat me by a point and shipped $100K. We had other members, $10 or $20 into $40K, $600 into $100K. I mean, hundreds of other screenshots that were $50 into $600, and It was we've had a few nights like that over the course of since we've opened Rumpier, but last night was definitely one of the better nights as far as just everyone. I mean, the Discord, there was no bad mojo, all good mojo all night, and it was fun. Yeah, I got another live final seat, which was nice, and every member won. So it was another fun night. We got to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, we're definitely looking to do that tonight for sure. But it was a very impressive night. Probably the best all around night in terms of coordinator success, member success. I mean, everyone just had a really
not even
good
talking
night.
too, like the line you always give. So yeah, that was NBA. I mean, every tournament in NBA we smashed. But there was a 10K winner in CSGO, a 5K winner in tennis, I think.
Yeah.
You get all of it for one freaking price, like $80, $100 with the sports betting. It's just, we say it every time, but one price, there's literally no reason not to be a member.
Yeah, it's one price for absolutely everything on the site. Our boy here with
us.
Good
does JT look, by the way? Look at him. I mean, the dude freaking looks good.
He looks comfy. How you doing, JT?
Doing good. I'm doing good. It was a long day. I spent most of the morning on a flight. It was supposed to be about an hour flight. We ended up on the plane for 3 hours, but we won't talk about that because it was great last night. And look, what a difference a week makes, right? We come on the show a week ago. I was at an undisclosed location, as you know, and Tony was upset. He was angry. People were screenshotting him. And as a former politician used to say in this country, nobody knows this. People don't talk about this, but he won that $1 million fucking wire to wire. So look at what a difference a week and $1.5 million a week makes, right? He's happy. Everybody won last night. Mojo was good, a little too good. They were kind of rooting against me at the end. I was sitting in 16th place and people wanted Marcus Morris to die, which was hurtful, but whatever, it was fine. Happy to see the Skins take it, but another great night. It's good to be here. I had to miss Tuesday, so just excited to see you guys.
Hey, we're excited to see you too, and word on the street is we might be seeing a little more of you this weekend, which is kind of exciting as well. So
the best part is he just hit the mute button, I think.
And then
Negative.
And apparently, from talking to Big T pre-show here, we might be getting a special guest at the Knee House residence on the show. Is that correct?
I mean, to be honest, I know TitleTown is en route to my house. He's the first one that's going to get here this weekend, the first of many. But he doesn't have my cell phone number, so I don't know how he's getting in the house.
Well, hey, if you got to step away to that title, and that's fine. We want, it'd be great for the show if we could get, you two side by side, so we could, see.
Get a little comparison.
Yeah. See how you guys match up.
I want to see the video of you with the Red Rider taking shots at him from the window as he tries to get in your house. That's what I want to see. A little BB to the ass to open up the weekend the right way.
I can't hit him in the ass when he's got no ass. He's too skinny. There's nothing to hit.
You're going to have to punish him. You got to make him pay the price for barking with the big dogs. That game is going to take place. I mean, it's probably looking like Saturday, right? We're going to go Saturday most likely.
I mean, it's up in the air. Saturday's probably a good guess.
Yeah, most likely Saturday. Simon's going to be ready to roll out the video footage. We're going to have, it sounds like, multiple angles on the court. We're going to potentially have some commentator. Uncle T does, basketball commentator work on the side. So he might be giving us the play-by-play of this game. Multiple angles, like I said. This could be the real deal. As you can see on the screen, should be popping up soon, is the promo for this. It's called the Workbench Classic. Workbench Classic 2021. Title looks like he's about 10 years old, and we got Big T dressed up as Luigi. So there's the promo graphic. I mean, Title looks like you guys have this up. I mean, Title looks like a little freaking boy. You see this in a pink shirt? He's probably even in the pop collar.
Why did Simon not get the picture of him playing volleyball? He had a perfect set in the uniform back in high school. He should have got that picture.
Oh.
He seems like a pop collar too. You got that polo on, but the collar's not
Look
popping.
at those arms. Look at those arms.
What are those arms gonna do? What are those things?
You might snap those things.
You might not be able to curl that hammer that you've got in your hands there. Those are some minuscule pipes.
Those are some sticks. I mean, we're gonna have to get Title's gonna have to do some push-ups or something before this game, because man, I mean, if that's still the way things stand, it's gonna be troublesome for him.
I wish Simon didn't show that picture, because now the line is on the way up now after seeing
the arm. You're definitely be paying a heavier price after seeing that picture. I mean,
the topper of everything, though. We've talked about this a bunch the whole time leading up. He still thinks 3 dribbles helps him, and it's wild to me. It's absolutely wild to me. I had one of my buddies that played probably more than anyone with me. He texted me, and he's like, this little skinny dude seriously thinks 3 dribbles is going to – my only chance of losing is him getting me tired. Like, that's the only way he's winning. How's 3 dribbles going to help him?
Showing that picture is like showing the video of Elf Payton limping on the court in pregame. I mean, his ownership just plummeted. It's just he's carrying. Maybe Title's not a bad tournament play. No one's going to be on him.
that minus number next to Big T's name is definitely growing after that. I mean, you got a pink polo shirt, that mop top, and arms that are the size of like Frosty the Snowman stick arms. I mean, this is things aren't looking good for Title. I mean, I was willing to bet on Title a little bit prior to the 3 dribble thing. I think there's strategy. Big T's a better basketball player than Title. I know that, but there is strategy involved in one-on-one basketball that he could have taken advantage of.
Sure.
Without the 3 dribble rule. The 3 dribble rule to me takes him out of play. But like I said, that number's on the rise.
The wildest part is he thinks the same thing. So whatever. I've never seen him play. But the make it take it helps me too. All the rules help. If he wanted to beat me, it should have been no make it take it, no 3 dribbles. Tire me out. Make it take it doesn't help his ass. Are you kidding me?
Doesn't at all. So, he put himself in a corner. Seems very confident. We will find out this weekend, though. It's going to be going down. Like I said, we'll have all the footage and play-by-play for you right here on the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel. So, keep an eye out for –
Who can we have Mangone play that's here this weekend? Like, Mangone needs to get redemption from that missed layup.
Yeah. Mangone basketball?
On the court. He needs redemption from that missed layup. We need a matchup for him. Like who that's coming?
Uncle T or something?
Uncle T, no.
Uncle
T's wounded and he's old. He I mean, that's not.
G Rising.
G Rising could be the one. G Rising.
Oh, here it is. How about Mangone and Snyder?
Oh, that could be the one for sure, Mangone.
Yeah.
Or AP. What about AP?
AP, Mangone versus AP. I could see that happening.
Maybe some twos. Maybe Mangone and Snyder versus AP and G Rising. I mean, some twos action. We're gonna get some good action this weekend. We'll have a feed. We'll figure out a way to put some stuff up on YouTube.
Yeah, sir.
The guy in chat who said Title looks like he should be on the Summer's Eve commercial.
Oh, it's going to be good. It is. It's going to be good. So just to continue on here, we have that promo Heater 25, and if you used it yesterday and became a member, I'm guessing you were pleasantly surprised because the content and everything was on point yesterday. Anyone that used our content in any way, shape, or form must have had a pretty big day. So Heater 25, it's only going up till MLB season when MLB starts, which is about 10 days away, so that's going to go away once baseball starts. So Heater 25 gets you 25% off your first payment at Run Pure Sports, which Big T alluded to in the opening, includes absolutely everything on our website. So head on over to Run Pure Sports, use that promo code Heater 25. Baseball, JT starts up, we're talking about 9-10 days here, right? Muted.
Donkey's talking on mute.
Yep.
Rookie move. I got to be punished for that in some way. Yeah, it's good. We got just a couple, maybe a week, 10 days, like you said. We've been getting to know the rosters by playing the spring trading slates, and it's been a little fun. Members have been doing good. I think we had a couple of guys scoop some tickets earlier this week, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, right around the corner. It's going to be a lot of fun. So as I always say, yeah, it includes everything, the membership at Run Pure Sports. The other sites, they'll knock you for $150, $250, $350 when these sports start. Some, NASCAR, they're charging you $450 for the entire season. MMA, they charge extra for it. Run Pure Sports, one price gets you absolutely everything on the website. So head on over to Run Pure Sports, use that promo code Heater25 to get 25% off your first payment at Run Pure Sports. All right, let's go ahead.
Our boy C Dome's got killing me, texted me about that picture. He must be watching the show. He said, "No, dude, it's that skinny wearing a pink polo. Easy dub," he said, like that.
Yeah.
That picture, Simon, you're killing my action posting that thing. What is that? It's a grown man versus a child out there.
Hey, we did say, that was one of the stipulations. When you beat him, he's got to call you daddy for the rest of the weekend. He didn't like that.
He did not like that stipulation at all.
He definitely did not like that. And we have one other thing. Yeah, I didn't mention yet. I kind of tweeted out that we got a special surprise today for the listeners. That's going to come up about halfway through the show, and someone will be, let me see the best way to put this. Someone will be winning something of value in the middle of the show today, maybe after the second game. There's only 3 games, so you might want to hang around to see what that is. I'm just going to leave it at that. So it's going to be a surprise, something of value in the middle of the show here today. So make sure you stay in here and hang out with us as we go game by game. And we're going to start right now with the Utah Jazz.
Hold on a second, because K Fallick's making excuses in the chat. And JT, when did I invite? So he said, I might have been able to come if Big T invited me quicker. JT, when did I invite you?
It was like 2 a.m.
Yesterday, right?
No, this morning.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Fallick, so what's the deal? It wasn't an issue for JT Hayes. Why is it an issue for you, K Fallick?
You got to be flexible. Listen, if the coronavirus has taught us anything, it's flexibility. Flexibility.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Another guy we need in there, Big T, which would you got to get C-Dome to come. Gotta get C-Dome.
C-Dome's watching. C-Dome.
C-Dome.
I always got a room for C-Dome in the house. He'll bring the ladies. The benches will be active, and
yes,
he'll help increase the ladies.
Yeah,
will he make the special smoothies in the morning?
Yeah, he probably can make the smoothies. He will also add another bad basketball player because I know he sucks at basketball.
We got to get C-Dome out there. Come on, C-Dome. Make the trip to Kentucky. It would be great. All right. Let's go ahead and hop into the slate. We have first game here. We have the Jazz. We have the Wizards. Big total, 238.5. Utah favored by 11 in this game. And Utah Jazz been a team that I think we've nailed for the most part all season long. And we've kind of taken the approach when they're healthy, we're not really going to be looking at any of the guys. If there's 1 or 2 injuries, we're going to take a look. Well, tonight they have one of those injuries, and that's Mike Conley. He's going to be, I don't know if it's an injury, a hamstring injury. He's going to be out, which means we can take a look at some of these guys tonight. And, the first one on the list for me is Joe Ingles. In the same situation earlier on in the season, Ingles is a guy that got a massive boost, by the biggest boost on the team.
I hear a doorbell.
Oh, baby.
Let's see if it's him.
Got to check that out for us.
Oh, look at this guy's hair.
Go take care of that. Go get him in there. we'll continue with the game.
Right here too.
Perfect. So yeah, with Conley out, Joe Ingles gets the big boost. Jordan Clarkson gets the big boost. You can take a look at Donovan Mitchell, Bogdanovich, even Rudy Gobert, I think, is a guy that we can potentially play because the spot is so. Oh, look at this guy.
Uh-oh.
Look at this guy.
Don't think I didn't hear the disrespect on the way here.
Oh, he was tuning in. He was tuning in. And all right, we'll give you.
Tell me that picture. Tell me that picture was like from third grade, and you've got some arms now. Come on.
That's my senior picture.
What? Do you have any sort of rebuttal? You want any rebuttal, or all right? He's out. He's done. His feelings are hurt.
He's probably got to go download. He's been a long trip.
On the Wizards side, I mean, there was a report earlier in the day that Westbrook was going to sit. He's going to play, so they'll have both Beal and Westbrook. You know, this situation for me, it's you can play Westbrook, you can play Beal. We've kind of had the same approach all season. When both those guys are healthy, it's really hard to trust anyone. Rui has kind of been making a push to be that number 3 guy. He's had 3 straight solid games. One of those was with Beal out. But for me, on the Wizard side, Westbrook, Beal, tournament type plays. On the Jazz side, Ingles, really strong play. Jordan Clarkson is a really strong play. You can play Mitchell, Bogdanovich, even Rudy Gobert. It just takes one guy, especially in this matchup here, one guy being out, and that's Mike Conley. Great matchup here against the Wizards. Go to you first, JT. What are your thoughts here on this game?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Much more interested in the Utah side. I think probably the lowest owned of those guys is going to be, it looks like right now, like Clarkson coming in 26. Looks like Donovan Mitchell will be the lowest owned. Gobert at 8.2 is probably fine, but that's probably a price point that, I don't know, it's a really good matchup. But and then on the flip side with Westbrook and Beal, I think you can even look to Royce O'Neal as a big on the boards here as well. Maybe get a couple of extra minutes, but I think other than what you said, I don't have much to add there.
Now I'm going with the. I was just gonna say our boy Chief is in the chat. I love Chief. How you doing, buddy? Just wanted to say hi. Big T, thoughts here on the Jazz Wizards game?
I mean, before I even get into it, we got a legendary article in the Discord. Let's see. Mike Petta added 9 points, 5 of those in the third quarter to improve the team to 5-10 overall, 3-6 in the WLAA.
Where's this?
Wow, that's February 11th, 2001. Yeah, woo!
We had a bad team. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a little bit.
You get put in the article for scoring 9 points.
Our team was bad, but I will say it's like in the Division I conference, unlike the conference you're in, where there's like 30 eligible boys basketball players. So a little bit different.
9 points is impressive in the big boys then.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it actually was.
Who is this ugly dude on the camera right now? What is that?
Hey, buddy.
This is bullshit.
What's going on?
Bullshit.
No,
you coming in here? Are you coming in here?
No invite. You know, I doubled my bankroll to like $7 last night. I win. Don't post a screenshot. Don't even ask me how much I won. It's just, it's bullshit is what it is. JT would invite me. Hoop, are you going? Are you leaving?
Yeah, I mean, but with me, you know, there's probably like a 50% chance that I don't show up. I mean, you're probably
Big T. Come on, man. Come on.
You're always invited.
Well, I mean, it would have been nice to get an invite when you were giving out invite.
Let me go back to the last conversation. JT, when did I invite you?
About 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But I mean, you know, JT's out of town all the time. JT doesn't have time to do anything. He wasn't going to go anywhere.
A lot of excuses, Holden.
It's not a lot of excuses. Does your wife have any single friends?
Wait, hold on.
Because I might come. And I don't care if you don't invite me.
What's the ladies' situation looking like over there?
Yeah, what is it, Big T?
Big T has sisters.
Besides my wife, I'm not going to lie.
There's no other ladies?
Mrs. Hoop might be coming.
This is bullshit.
2 ladies then if Mrs. Hoop's in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you're here, you mind hosting the show? You're much better host than I am.
I don't care.
Will you bring Mr. Net with you?
We do have a lot going on though. Me and Big T and JJ. Did you guys talk about the college show tonight at 8
No, of course Hoop didn't talk about it because Hoop doesn't like college. He gets no credit.
What are you doing?
We talked about your freaking basketball matchup for 30 minutes. I mean,
we need to go another 20 minutes talking about it.
First of all, go Title. I'm on team Title. He's going to lose.
What do you mean
he's going to lose, but I'm rooting for him. Well, Title would have invited me to his house. His mom would have cooked me dinner.
I'm with you. There is nothing more I'd like to see than Title beat Big T's ass on the basketball court. I would get so much enjoyment out of that. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Unfortunately, he set himself up for effing disaster when he didn't need to.
Not smart.
Didn't need to do it. Didn't need to.
Not smart. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. 8 o'clock college basketball show. Disappointed at Big T. No single ladies. No reason for me to come. Hoop, love you. JT, love you. Big T, catch you later.
Thanks for hopping in.
Peace out.
That's a nice little addition.
He's welcome to get a little Holden visit.
I wish he would have stayed on to host the show because he does a phenomenal job at hosting shows. But we're back. Yeah. All right. What? Any thoughts here on the Jazz Wizards, Big T?
Yeah. So we got a big spread. I mean, a high total like all Washington games. I didn't realize Utah was going to be somewhat chalky. I don't know. I was going to be excited to get Utah kind of low owned, but I guess they're not going to be. I mean, are they going to be pretty popular, Hoop?
I think so. There's just not a lot of appealing options. They get the good matchup with the Wizards. I think they're going to draw some ownership. At first I was like, okay, Jordan Clarkson's a guy people are price point sensitive on, I feel. And now the price is actually up there on DK at 6-1. I didn't think a lot of people would click his name, but yeah, it looks like these guys are going to be popular. I mean, but honestly, you go through the slate and there's just not many appealing options. I mean, you might get some help if Clint Capella is ruled out, then, some of these Hawks guys will start to draw some ownership. But as it stands right now, I think the Jazz guys are going to be popular tonight.
So one of the things I've learned throughout the year is Utah will play if they're blowing them out. So that gives even more value to Utah. I was hoping they'd be low owned, but even if they're owned, I think they're in a really good spot because D. Pensack in the Discord, he's played Mitchell so many of these times in these blowout spots. I know I've talked about this on the show, but they'll be up 25 points in the fourth, and this bastard comes back in and starts chucking threes and stuff. So I think that gives Mitchell a ton of value as one of the best plays on the slate. And I like him more than I'm never playing Rudy Gobert, even when he's in a good spot. I don't play Rudy Gobert. I just don't like him all that much. Ingles, good play. Clarkson, good play. But Donovan Mitchell is definitely the spot I want to attack from. And then like last night, we're in a similar spot. Westbrook's 1,100 more. So what'd they do again? The title's in the other room right now. But, okay, Westbrook, 62. Bradley Beal, 42. Yeah. I wish Title could pop in for a second just so I could look at him and say 62 to 42.
I still want the side. We still need to you got to get him in the room so we can do the side-by-side.
Pull a chair in here. I told him he's got to go sit in the other room because
it'd be nice to have a tail of the tape.
Yeah. Could you get? I mean, at least for a couple minutes, let him in the room.
Yeah, maybe here in a little.
You guys take your shirts off, and then we can really see what both guys are made of. We would
definitely lose viewers in a hurry if Big T shirt off on the show. I'm not JT Hayes doing the 400 push-ups each day. So. Whew. I mean, JT might have to take it off to balance the whole emotion of the crowd. So, but again, back just to polish up Washington, I mean, same thing tonight. The projected ownership is Beal, 16 to 20%. Westbrook, way less than that, half of that. And I literally do not understand it. Westbrook is a way better play than Beal. And I'm just going to keep saying it every day. I just believe it. And I think he should be like 2K more expensive than Beal, not 1K. So that's where I'm at. I mean, Westbrook and Mitchell and some of the other Jazz pieces.
You think the Wizards can keep this one close or close enough for fantasy purposes?
I don't think it necessarily matters all that much, but I do think they can hang in there enough. Like, I don't think they're going to just get totally torched.
Yeah. I agree. All right, move on to the next game. We have the Thunder. We have the Hawks, 225.5 total. Atlanta is favored by 7. They've been playing some solid basketball under the new coach. On the Thunder side, Al Horford's back. It's going to take away our favorite value play, Mr. Moses Brown, who has absolutely been dominant, and maybe still in play. I don't know. You guys can talk about that from a tournament perspective. Poku projected to still stay in that starting lineup, had a monster game, then kind of let everyone down. Is a pretty popular play last time out. On the Hawks side, we're waiting for the Clint Capella news. He is questionable. If he were to sit, John Collins gets a boost. This Nathan Knight guy seems to have a nice floor. I mean, playing 20 minutes, and he's been putting up at least 20 fantasy points, had that monster, 35 fantasy point game as well. So I think you could take a look at him. This game is at 7:30 Eastern, so we should have the news before the slate locks. We'll stick with you, Big T. What's your interest level here in this Thunder-Hawks game?
Yeah, we need to get, obviously, a little bit of news. You got, two guys? Is Dort and Meladon still questionable for OKC too?
Yeah, he's questionable. Baisley's out. Dort's questionable. So, yeah, we have a pretty decent amount of news here that we're waiting on in this game.
And, yeah, I mean, just depending on how the news breaks, I mean, Moses Brown went off again the other night. When you see these guys just crush like that, you just wonder why they weren't playing more on a bad team to begin with. But, again, tonight, especially if Capella's out, this is a cupcake matchup again for Moses Brown, even though the price is up higher. I don't love this game as much, but if we get these guys out, like if Capella sits, Dort, Meladon, all these guys sit, then all these guys are going to be in play for sure. So for right now, I'm going to take a pass, but maybe we circle back if any news hits.
Yeah, I mean, this game, and by far, is the most news that we're waiting on. Go to you, JT. What are you thinking here in this Thunder-Hawks game?
Yeah, I think it relies a lot on news. The prices are up here. The Hawks have been playing a bit slower. I've actually been playing some pretty good defense. So if Capella is in, I like him in this matchup. It's a matchup that he did well about a month ago. But other than that, I just think there's better plays overall, unless we get some news about Capella or even some of these OKC's guys sitting.
Yeah, definitely a game where you need to monitor the news. All right, next game we have the Orlando Magic, the New York Knicks. Total in this one it's small, 206.5. Knicks are favored by 5. The most important part of this game is the fact that the Knicks are basically out of guards. Austin Rivers is still going to be out. Quickly is out. Elfrid Payton is out. Derrick Rose is out. It means a lot of minutes for, Ntilikina, but he sucks. A lot of minutes for Alex Burks, Barrett, Bullock, Julius Randle could potentially run the offense here. Those guys are going to be popular. This team is going to be the most popular team on the slate for the right reasons, though. I mean, these guys are going to play a ton of minutes, and the usage rate on basically all those guys are going to be high. Even Bullock's been playing a lot of minutes, and really good play. DK, his game suits DK scoring quite well with the 3-point bonus. On the Magic side, we're waiting on news here. Terrence Ross is questionable. Fournier is questionable. Aaron Gordon is questionable, but Michael Carter-Williams is going to miss this game, which means Chasson Randall should have an opportunity here to start. He's only 3.4K on DK. I think he is a strong play, but outside of that, you got to kind of wait on the news to determine if anyone else is in play. JT, how are you handling this Knicks team at their projected high ownership in tournaments tonight?
Yeah, I think it's just such a good matchup, number one, and it's amplified by the fact that there's no point guards. RJ Barrett is now back to playing 36, 37 minutes a night. I think he's a really good play tonight. I think you could gain some leverage. It looks like Chasson Randall is going to be lower owned than Ntilikina. And like you said, Ntilikina is not very good, but he is 3K on DraftKings. So yeah. I think Bullock is in play. I think Bullock is probably a candidate to see 40-plus minutes here tonight. He's 4-2 on DraftKings. So, and then you look at Randall, you look at Vuk. I mean, it's a pretty good matchup for Vuk as well. So if again, it all depends. If they have Fournier, if they have Gordon, if they have Ross, then that usage is going to be somewhat more spread around, and I wouldn't have much interest in Vuk. But I think for right now, definitely looking at Randall, looking at Bullock, looking at RJ Barrett, and running that back with Randall on the other side.
Yeah, it should be a good game. It's a good spot here for the Knicks. They're favored. Definitely a lot of options here. Big T, what are your thoughts on this Magic Knicks game?
Yeah, I hate when games like this are chalk just because, man, there's a lot of super dusty dudes that are going to be in play tonight just because of the situation. Guys like Burks and RJ Barrett especially, it's really, really hard to fade them just because of how many minutes they're going to play and how much usage they're going to get. Like Nerlens Noel's going to have no usage. Reggie Bullock is going to shoot when he's open, but he's not going to have like usage where he's not going to create anything himself. He's not going to do anything himself. Yeah, he'll shoot it if he's open. So the entire offense is going to go through those three guys, especially Randall. I mean, it is really, really hard to fade those three guys, but it could be a spot where you can win some tournaments by just fading this game altogether and just hoping it plays super ugly, which is definitely in the cards. I mean, these guys. So, man, is this Jared Harper on the roster for the Knicks? I wonder if they try to get him somewhere. Let me see.
So it's showing up, yeah, that he is on the roster.
He is on the roster?
Think so, yeah.
Man, he's at least like actually, I got to look at this real quick. He's at least, I'm pretty sure that's the dude from Auburn. He was good at Auburn, and he is actually at least somewhat talented. So he hasn't played since December.
Is he active or is he down in the G League?
Is he not with them? It could be.
I don't know.
Let me see. Because if he's actually on the roster tonight, I think he's an interesting tournament play just because of how shitty Frankie Nicolina is. Like
he's so bad.
He's so bad. Like,
how is he still in that? I mean, how is he in the NBA? Like he's one of those guys. He does nothing. Like what does he do well?
Yeah, I mean he can't be much longer. There's no way. Maybe someone in the here we go is back with the Knicks. The Gary, of course, Gary gets the job done in Chad. There you go, Gary. He's shooting threes at the Garden 2 hours before tip. Might play. If we find out he's going to play, I'm a tournament player, as everyone knows. He's 3K. I don't hate the pivot because I know for a fact the dude can score. I've seen him score. The dude has to be the guy from Auburn that I'm thinking of. Someone's going to make fun of me if it's not, but I'm pretty sure.
No, it is. It is. But here's the thing: you've got a guy from the. I mean, you have to hear. I think this is a situation where you have to hear Thibodeau say he's going to play, because otherwise, you know that Thibodeau. I mean, it took him 2 months to play quickly.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. It is definitely, I mean, so far this year, I've obviously had a good year in NBA, but I've had one or two where I've taken a donut, like where I've said, play Jared Harper, and he just donuts on us and doesn't play. So it is definitely in the realm of outcomes that he just doesn't get any run. But, I mean, let's just keep our ears open. What if he somehow comes out and starts or something? Like, if he somehow starts, the dude, I'll leave it at this. The dude can definitely play basketball if he plays, which sometimes you got to gamble, sometimes not. I know Frankie Nicolina can't play, but he's 3K too, like JT said. If he starts and you hear he's going to play a bunch of minutes, anybody for 3K is in play. And the Orlando side, go ahead.
No, I was going to say ordinarily I would be like, I'd laugh at Frank, but they don't have anybody else. So the only reason to play, it's like, don't be mistaken in chat and think that we're like doubting this guy. He's 3K and they don't have anybody else. So
they gotta play Jared Harper. The more I'm thinking about it, they have to.
You
don't think?
I do think, but I think it's Thibodeau, and I think you could see him use RJ Barrett at point. I think you could see him use Burks to bring the ball up, rather than put that guy in. That's why I say I think you need, if he says it, okay, now you know Ntilikina is going to do something stupid and get like 3 fouls in the first 4 minutes, right? I mean, that's certainly a viable outcome there.
The only annoying part for me is I hope they don't start him in a way, because if they start him, like, I think everyone will just play him because they'll be like, oh, he's 3K, he's pretty good. They might give him some looks. I'd almost rather – I want to hear that he's going to play, but I'd almost not want him to start, if that makes any sense. Because that's what I want to happen. Like Nicolina to pick up 3 fouls, Harper comes in and gets hot a little bit, and maybe he crushes.
Yeah, he started Ntilikina over quickly for a little bit there, so I think he's the guy that starts. But
yeah, I think he's going to start for sure.
Yeah,
just because Thibodeau. I mean, that's I just don't get that. Dude's awful at basketball. All right, so I mentioned in the opening that we have a little giveaway, surprise giveaway, and it's going to happen. But now that I didn't even mention the likes, actually, you guys are at 343. That's awesome. I'm going to talk about the giveaway, which is something of value. Like I said, once we get to 500 likes, once we get to the 500 likes, then we'll do the giveaway. So we're going to go through this next game here. I'm going to come back, and I know I have confidence in you guys that you'll be over that 500 number, and then we'll go to the giveaway right at that point. Next game, we have the Timberwolves. We have the Suns, 232 total. Phoenix favored by 10, and Phoenix just been playing some solid basketball lately, just very solid night in, night out, winning games. Tonight they get a good matchup here DFS-wise against this Timberwolves team, which just does not play much defense at all. Chris Paul is a really nice price tag on FanDuel. I think he's definitely in play there. Devin Booker, 7.9 on DK. I don't hate that. DeAndre Ayton, 6.2K on DK, I think is an interesting price tag. I know, Tony has not been very high on him this season, but, back-to-back solid games, 37, 35 in this really good matchup. They're probably going to need his body against Towns. So I think he could see some extended run. I think he's a really solid play tonight. On the Timberwolves side, Ricky Rubio has had some pretty impressive games lately. Price tag still under 6K. I don't hate him. I think you can take a look at Karl Anthony Towns here. The problem with Towns obviously is, if this game turns into a blowout, maybe he doesn't get there. Who knows? But 9.4K on DK, I think, is a pretty solid price tag for him. Go to you first, Big T. What's your interest level here in this Timberwolves Suns game?
Yeah, so Phoenix is a team. Yeah, I don't really play the guys from Phoenix unless someone's out or something. They just have a bunch of dudes that spread it around. They're a good team. I just don't see a ton of upside from any of them. Yeah, I mean, they can all get you to their numbers. I mean, Booker at 79 can get you 40. Chris Paul can get you 40. Ayton can get you 35. It just depends on what you want. And I've said it on all the shows, but I want more upside, and that's what I'm chasing this year. And I just don't want to play the guys that it's the same example I used for the Spurs. I mean, 6,200 for Ayton. I'll give the same speech. I mean, the last two games he played good, 35, 37. But is that enough? Probably, maybe it is. But then you look before it, I mean, there's just not that many games in the 40s. He's got like 4 games in the 40s like all season. And I just want to see a little more upside. It is a good matchup. The price is down. So I definitely get why people are playing it. I just will probably chase some more upside. And this game looks like a blowout to me. Phoenix is a really good team. Minnesota is a really bad team. You got a lot of high-owned guys in this game. This is the type of game that I feel like gets a lot of ownership and totally bust because Phoenix wins by like 35 points and none of these guys get fourth quarter run, to where if you just fade this game completely, you get off all of that bad chalk. And that's kind of where I am. I think Phoenix is too good for Minnesota. I don't really like anyone. The prices make sense. I mean, Cat 94, Edwards is priced up. Ricky Rubio is decent, but I mean, I don't see a ton of upside there. Even the cheaper guys like Noel is priced up. I just don't see it. I think I'm going to fade this game.
I was on the bet show, I think it was last week. We were just talking about the Suns team in general. And they're playing great this, regular season, but just doesn't it seem like a lock that they're going to get into the playoffs and just disappoint probably in the first round? Doesn't that seem like a lock to happen?
They're built more like a regular season team.
Yep.
I mean, it depends on who they get, obviously, but some of those top teams, like say they get a team like Denver even, they're not beating Denver. Like they can't beat Denver. Denver's too good for them. They're not beating the Clippers. They're not beating the Lakers. So, they're going to be one.
It's a regular season team. It's a regular season team. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose in the first round. And plus, I mean, that's what Chris Paul does. He gets to the playoff and he disappoints. I mean, it's impressive what he's done with this team in the regular season, but Chris Paul's MO is getting to the playoffs and disappointing. And I think we see more of that this season.
Yeah.
All right, JT, before we get to you, we need more likes. We're at 440. Hit the like. I got something of value to give away. It's something I think you guys are going to like. So make sure to hit that like button. I don't want to have to withhold it. So after JT's done, I'm going to check back and see if we're at that 500. I want to give it away. So, JT, what are your thoughts here on this Timberwolves Suns game?
Yeah, well, first, I mean, you were so excited with the giveaway before the show, and now, people started off hot, but, it's kind of like a Steph Curry performance some of these days, right? He gets 30 in the first half, and then, they're gone. So let's go, chat. Yeah, I think, first of all, I got a correction. I'm sorry. It's DeAndre Ayton. I know you didn't mean to pronounce his name wrong, but it's DeAndre Ayton.
Sorry, sir.
I think at 6'2", you have to consider him in this matchup. I know he's only been getting 29, 28 minutes. They have a lot of guys. It's just when these guys hit a certain price point, they just tend to explode. And 6'2" seems way too cheap for him on DraftKings. And then, again, tournaments only. And then the other guy that I would look at is Booker at 7'9". It seems expensive. But Minnesota, well, they don't guard anybody very well. But especially since Beasley's been out, they've been much more vulnerable to shooting guards. Booker put up, I think, 56 or 58 against them in Minnesota. Even in 30 minutes, I think he could go for 50 tonight. So those are two guys that I have interest in tournaments. I'm not going to play Ricky Rubio. He hurt the other night, and I didn't play him then, and I'm not going to try and chase it now. And I don't like the prices on any of these guys in this matchup against a tough Phoenix defensive scheme.
Yeah. Excellent breakdown there. I agree with you on Ayton, however we want to pronounce it. It's good with me. What is it, JT? We're going with
it's Ayton, please. His mother gets very sensitive about it. His mother really needs to hear the name pronounced right.
We don't want his mom texting JT anymore complaining about the pronunciation. So we'll get it right.
Very good friends.
Yes, we'll get it right moving forward. 495, 496. Couple more.
And the chat is coming through. Like, I got to give them credit. I mean, this is like that one show when I just decided to give it away because we're at 500. It's not even 530 yet. I mean, dang, that's responding. That's showing up and showing some appreciation. So we're feeling a good mojo.
Frank Kutza in chat, by the way, he has a special request. He would like to see us give out an autographed Big T Manscaped.
I did see that. They said there was another comment. They want to autographed, maybe it was your shoes or your shirt after you beat Title's ass in basketball. We should auction that off or do it as a giveaway. That's a good idea. Big T signed game worn apparel. That's what we're going to do next.
I signed the hat when I was all hammered after that Millie Maker. I had a hat. I had the hat on I was wearing all day, and somebody at the steakhouse we went to was like, "You got to sign that." I signed the hat and gave it to him. He was loving it.
Actually, that's what we'll do. I mean, when you kick his ass in basketball, I'm gonna get a piece of gear, and Big T's gonna sign it. All right, what happens
if Title wins?
Title wins. You get. We'll have you sign his pink polo shirt from the senior pictures.
Get a Title top shot moment of him gliding around you to the basket for a nice layup
with his 3 dribbles.
Oh yeah, so good. All right, so the giveaway today is something special. We had a member reach out that did really well last night and kind of wanted to give back to somebody in the community that wasn't necessarily a member. So his name's Teamster817 on Discord, actual name Ronald Bellows. So thank you very much, Ronald, for doing this. He said, I would like to pay it forward to keep the good mojo, which I know, Tony, we like the good mojo, right? He said, can I sponsor a new member from the Hardwood show? And I'm going to pay the 1-month subscription, $80, for this person to join the RPS family. Thought that was awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome that someone like him is just willing to give back. I had a big night last night. He said, I want to give back to someone that's not a member and welcome someone to the RPS family. Love stuff like that. Absolutely love stuff like that, Tony.
It's happening all week too. Like, we've created a movement where there's people in chat earlier this week putting people in the 100, and I think one day someone put it in the 200. Just members. Like, we didn't tell them to do anything. They just want the good mojo. They had a big night and they're giving back. Like, that's how the whole community. That's what we've always been talking about. Keep the good mojo going. No negativity.
Yep, and that's why we do those giveaways, to give people an opportunity to honestly win life-changing money. I mean, in those 888 contests where we stake people, the $600
What's the tournament
content
tonight? What do we got to do here? Let's get the chat going here.
Uh-oh.
What do we got?
I see something brewing.
What do we got going here? I'm feeling good here. This is my. I'm going to focus on college.
555. Yeah. Is it full? That 555?
It was close to full about an hour ago.
It's gonna be full.
Yeah,
man,
that one's full. Man, maybe let's see.
Everything's gonna fill today.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do though. We're gonna give something away next week because I feel the good mojo. We'll give something away next week for sure.
We'll do a on Monday. How about that? We're gonna be all back to full.
Not Monday. I'm gonna still be focused on college Monday, Tuesday. So say Tuesday.
All right, Tuesday we're gonna have some sort of giveaway. But for the membership,
and I wanted to give one away. Like I wish we could. There's just nothing there. I mean, there's literally nothing that we can put them in.
Everything.
What about FanDuel? Well, maybe we go to FanDuel one night. Let's see what FanDuel's got tonight. I want to give one away. Let me see.
I think FanDuel had a 5.55.
Oh, they got a 777.
777. We're gonna do it
on FanDuel. Maybe we branch out to FanDuel tonight for the good mojo.
People have been asking for it. People have been asking for a FanDuel.
There's a lot of seats on FanDuel. The only difference is FanDuel. I don't know how it'll work as far as. Yeah, I can just PayPal them, or we can PayPal them and figure it out. And yeah, well, we're gonna give away a 777 on FanDuel because the mojo's good.
There we go. Love it. Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna have to send it to you on PayPal, and you got to get in it. That's the rule. I mean, once it all changed once Empire was doing those 5K or 3K seats.
Yeah.
And somebody decided they were gonna like enter a ton of contests. The only stipulation to our rules when we give these is you got to put it in. You can't be playing a bunch of smaller. You're putting it in the 777 monster tonight. And yeah, we're gonna pick a winner at the end of it. But let's get up to like 700 likes because of it too.
Yeah, got to hit the likes. So got to hit the likes. We got to subscribe. I know our producer really wants us to get to 5,000 subscriptions. Getting closer. So, I mean, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We obviously need the big
chat
numbers.
Again. Like always, when we get the mojo flying, they just start going. Look at them. The chat just takes off every time.
All right. So here is how we're going to pick the winner for the monthly membership. And, if we do pick you, you're going to reach out. You're going to send us your information, your email address to info@runpuresports. So you're going to send that information to info@runpuresports, and we'll get you set up and hooked up with a monthly subscription on the website. Basically, we just want you to put a comment in the chat. And, if you're somebody that hasn't signed up for the site before, why you want to check it out and what you like about RPS. So put a nice comment in the chat. We'll pick someone out towards the end of the show. And we'll get you signed up on the website for a free month to check it out.
Our boy just sent me a message on Twitter. The dude that got the tattoo, he said, if you pick me, I'll get another tattoo.
Oh.
This dude is
Sean Nizzle?
Ready. Yeah,
Sean Nizzle.
Yeah.
He could be a front runner. Could be a front runner for the ticket. I mean, we probably do owe him something. We'll see. That tattoo is sweet. Okay, yeah. So why you should be the one picked to win the monthly membership? Then Tony, how do you want to do this 777?
Just like usual, we're gonna see what sticks out. I mean, the chat's gonna go crazy again, so we all got to kind of look, see if anyone sees one that sticks out. Someone's got to impress us in there. Why should we give you a 777 ticket tonight? Let us know.
Absolutely. Just looking through this. Okay. All right. Let's two more games. We have the Pelicans. We have the Trailblazers. 239.5. Portland favored by 1. This game is a run back from a couple nights ago. The final score was 125-124. The Blazers won that game, so hence you get the 1 point spread here and the big total. Fantasy wise, Lonzo Ball had a big game. He went over 40. Brandon Ingram, respectable game. He went over 40. Zion was around 47 fantasy points. On the Trailblazers side, Dame went off. Problem is, Dame is now $11,000 on DraftKings. Tough price tag to pay with CJ McCollum back. And his Cantor still pretty cheap on DK or on FanDuel. And then Robert Covington has a nice price tag on FanDuel as well. For me personally, I'll be more focused on the Pelican side. I think Zion's a strong play here. Don't mind Lonzo in tournaments. I don't think his ownership is going to be all that high. Go to you first, JT. What are your thoughts on this Pelicans Trailblazers game?
Yeah, it's tough, I think, on the pricing. Certainly, CJ is probably going to play a few more minutes and cut maybe a little bit more into that usage for Dame tonight. It's hard to pay $11K for a guy on a fully healthy team, as much as you guys know that I love Dame Lillard. But on the other side, I don't know. Is it possible Lonzo has another big assist game? hate playing these back-to-back matchups, the same guys that have done well. A Draft Sheet talked about it on the First Look Pod, which I hope everybody is listening to. First Look Pod that comes out every day on iTunes, and talked about how these back-to-back matchups, the teams have been adjusting, and those guys who have had big games, the first game haven't done the same. The second game, the games have played out a little bit more differently. I don't outside of maybe like a Josh Hart, who is finally starting to get some big minutes over Eric Bledsoe, I don't know that there's a lot that I love in this game.
I think if Big T sees this comment, I think this guy might be auto winner. Benjamin Swidler. Every night I write poems about RPS, and I just can't sleep before thinking about Big T's massive wins and his massive godly brain. Big T is an unstoppable force, a true god amongst DFS.
He's definitely working hard. It might be a little too long, though. It might be a little too much. It might be overkill a little bit. You might need to take it down a notch. I do like it.
You can come across as phony. You can come across as phony.
Just felt a little too heavy.
Oh, now he screwed himself. He just posted it again.
Oh, no. He went twice? Oh,
yeah, double post.
Twice. You got to let it happen.
Expand the chat. Now now actually, Simon, you might have to get rid of this dude.
It's got to happen naturally, people. It's got to happen naturally.
All right.
I do too right now.
This stuff's good. All right. Big T, Pelicans, Trailblazers.
Yeah, I agree with what JT was saying. I mean, Dame, man, he was awesome again the other night. What did he score? 50 on 20 shots. I think one of the most incredible performances I've seen this year. But same issue. He's 11K, and CJ is back. They got a bunch of guys that are gonna take up some usage. So 11K is heavy, but it is still a good matchup, and he's going to be low owned. So I'm not going to rule him out on this short slate, but man, it is tough. Like, the price is definitely too high, and you're only doing it for ownership. Like, if you're looking to fade some of the other chalky guys and just play him. So I think it's okay. And then you look the other way, man, Zion. So this is, sometimes I say stuff and I just don't listen to myself, where like Brogdon early in the year when I called him out and then played him for 3 straight weeks and he sucked all 3 straight weeks. Zion, we said on this show 10 days ago, I said with him priced up a little higher, around 9K, he's too high. Like, he's not going to get there. And what do? I play him like 6 straight friggin' slates and he never gets there. Like, he just doesn't get there. 47, 36. He hasn't got there since then. Like, he just hasn't. Tonight, it's a good spot, though. On FanDuel, he's a little cheaper at 84. But just to be honest, I really don't think he has the upside. I think we're kind of back to that point where I just don't feel it. I don't feel a 60 ball. I feel like he could get to 50 if he plays good. I don't think he can get you to 60, though, which is what you need from a guy that's 9K, 8,900, I think. Again, me and Hoop have done these shows for 6 years, it feels like. I used to be on the other side where 8,900, give me 50 and I'm happy. I think one of the holes I've plugged in my tournaments is trying to chase more upside, and I just really don't think Zion can get you there. I'm going to look in other places like Lonzo. Lonzo's been good. I mean, Lonzo's been really good. Went for another 46 the other night, 40, back-to-back 40-point games. The good part about Lonzo is he's always pretty low owned too, even going against a team like Portland. So I don't like this game as much as the field will, just because both teams have a lot of guys. I mean, what New Orleans has a deep team too. I mean, even guys coming off the bench like Hard and Walker, Jackson Hayes is going to play a little bit. Kyra Lewis is going to get some minutes. I don't know. I don't love this game outside of Lonzo as a tournament play. I think Dame is a good tournament play too if you need somewhere to spend. So I don't know. I think I'm off for the most part.
You guys talked about this the other night. It was sort of a similar slate when you were going through the opto, and it sets up the same way tonight, right? There's a lot of value. There's value in the Knicks game on both sides. There's value, relative value in Utah. I mean, 7 and 6K and 5-2 for Ingles in those matchups on DraftKings are really good prices. So it puts you in the position of, okay, let's find the 2 or 3 guys at 9K or above who are going to be the highest scorers on the slate, but there's not a lot of them. You have Dame, you have LeBron below him. You've got the guys on Washington that you're, probably not going to play in this matchup if you're looking for that type of upside, although Beal does intrigue me at 9-1 just because he hasn't done anything lately. But so it sort of sets up as, maybe you do play a Dame at 11K. I don't love it, but where else are you going to spend? You're going to spend on LeBron, I guess, in that matchup, maybe. I mean, there's really, I guess, Vuk, Randall, right? But if you're playing 2, it's hard to pick a second one.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point we talked about last night on the show, where those big mega superstars are lining on the same slates, like Harden, Jokic, Luka. There's one more last night, Giannis. Like, those guys have been lined up on the same slates, which makes these off days a little more tough because of what you just said. Like, where do you spend tonight? So it's interesting, and maybe that's a spot like, where Tony, where you said you need the 60, you want the 60 from those 8.7 guys. Maybe on this slate, you look at it and make an adjustment and say, all right, you know what, maybe I don't need the 60. I'm looking for 55-ish at this price point now,
Yeah, it's definitely a good point. And I'm glad JT brought it up, because the slate the other day, I think LeBron was on it, that slate he was talking about, where, I didn't like LeBron at all that night. But it was like there was just so much value that, like, are you okay getting 50 from LeBron and 30 from your value guy? Or do you want to chase 2 mid-tier guys and try to get 40 from both of them for the same 80? So, you just got to weigh it, because there's 2 ways to go. I think tonight I'm going to land more on that mid-tier, where you got a bunch of those, like, middle guys that I think have a little more upside. But I completely agree. Like, if you run your numbers in the optimal, especially, and you're okay getting 50 from Dame, then play it for sure. Just, I don't think you can really project Dame for more than 50 in his current like role.
Yeah,
he can get more. He definitely has upside if he gets it going, but I wouldn't project him for more than 50 though. Put it that way.
I agree. And then, McCollum's second game back, his role is going to, start to grow a little bit. Last game on the slate, we have the Hornets, we have the Lakers, 224.5 total. Lakers favored by 7.5 in this game. Hornets are coming in on a back-to-back here, very tough spot on the road against the Lakers, a team that basically at full strength. And they're one of those teams that we always talk about. When they're at full strength, it's very hard to justify rostering these guys. And that is the case for me tonight. Probably one of my least interested teams for me on the slate, the Hornets. On the Lakers side, still without Anthony Davis. Obviously, that is big. You just kind of touched on it. LeBron, one of the few big-name guys on the slate, 10-7 on DK. I don't think you have to go there tonight. I think you can. He's a guy that recently, kind of turned it on late in that Timberwolves game, wasn't doing much until a strong push. I believe it was like the third or fourth quarter. I think Montrezl Harrell is a guy you can play. Schroeder, I think, is interesting as well. Although I will say Caruso is coming back tonight, and that could be a slight downgrade to guys like Horton Tucker, even Schroeder. His minutes could come down a little bit. So it's a little bit of a concern. Just honestly, though, not a lot of interest for me outside of LeBron James, the way this slate's shaping up. I think you can play LeBron. That's probably it for me from this game. Tony, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I kind of agree. These Lakers games are always the hardest for me, because they don't have a ton of motivation. They don't have a ton of upside. And like I said, I keep chasing these upside games. I've played Schroeder a few times and it didn't work out. Harrell. I feel like anytime I go heavy on the Lakers guy, they just let me down. And I don't know. It's the late game. The running joke, BigT 7-7-7. I just haven't. It's just the way it's lined up. Tonight, again, it lines up that way, where I don't like the Lakers game. I'm not going to wait on news if I don't like the game. So all of a sudden you got the Phoenix game that I think is going to blow out. You got the Lakers game I don't like. And then the Portland game where everybody's a little overpriced to me. Why am I waiting on news if I don't love any of that when I can just play early guys? Like, so what? If I start hot and do good, then it is what it is. But I don't like the late games. I don't have to force it if I don't want to. And it's just worked out good. I don't like the Lakers game It was funny that the golf worked out that way too. Not to change the subject, but got the early lead on Thursday. BigT 777, and then just all the way through. It's good mojo starting out early. Let's play early, guys, and let's get that lead and run it up.
Coast to coast, baby. It's the only way to do it. JT, thoughts here on this Lakers Hornets game?
Yeah, I mean, it feels odd to not have any interest in the 3 latest games because
you don't like any of the 3 either with me.
I really don't. Like, I didn't earlier, and then I as you were talking, I sort of realized that I'm sitting here trying to talk myself into a Terry Rozier or just because he's 6'6", or a LeBron. And I mean, I guess if you're gonna play this game, I think you kind of look to stack this game if you think it's gonna be that close, because no one's gonna do that. But I really I like the plays in the New York game. I like the plays in the Washington game. And like I said, there's maybe 1 or 2 guys in Phoenix that I would look to just to be different because I think they're going to be lower owned. But I don't love any of these prices in the late games. I don't like the, Charlotte on a back-to-back. They got blown out last night. Now they go into Staples, and LeBron is going to be motivated to teach LaMelo who's the king of the NBA, right? So I think he'll be somewhat motivated, but not necessarily to do great, just to kind of stifle them. Maybe they play a little slower. I don't know. So I agree.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you guys there for sure. All right. So we got great job today all around the chat. I mean, phenomenal job. The likes all the way up there. Got the plays coming up. We have we're going to give away the winner for the monthly Run Pure Sports package, and then the winner of the 777 ticket as well. I'm gonna go.
Wow,
I'll go first.
KB's trying to come in strong. He's posting some stats from the state championship game. Come on, KB, you're stacking the deck. Does it say 9 points like Hoop on there?
I still don't even know what you're talking about. But
KB in the chat just said it.
I'm not talking about the 9.
That was
9
in our
points.
Discord. The Discord, somebody else posted an article.
God.
There was a full-blown article in there.
Like I said, I actually played. I played in a district.
He's back in the deck. Oh. He's making me feel good before the game with title.
Man, so those are Damian Lillard shooting percentages.
Yeah, but it was against like middle schoolers. Like they don't have enough guys in Tony's district. We got 7. They merged the middle school and the high school programs together and have enough kids in the league.
I played THSA, not basketball. I wasn't good in basketball, but those are tough. Those are tough, especially that area. That's very nice. 88.8%. Oof.
Yep. 8 for 9 from the arc, 39 points in the title game. That's what men do.
All right, so we're moving on. Come on. We spend enough time stroking you on the show for your DFS wins. We don't have to go back 20 years. I got to say this too. High school stuff.
This isn't about the basketball. I'm circling back. I had a clear winner who I was going to give it to, and they posted the same message like 4 times trying to get in. The same thing. It was a lock winner. Like I knew I was going to pick them. And I don't know if I can do it because he posted it again. No, not again. It was a lock winner.
Which one?
The Anthony Torres. He keeps saying when I ship the 777, I will stake 77 members. I was going to give it Anthony Torres, but you've said it 6 times now. I think
we can't have pandering. We can't have outright pandering. It's got to be respectful, not obnoxious. No, come on, you're not really doing that. None of us believes that. Oh, it's the worst kind of pandering.
He was a lock to win too.
Thank you. And this is actually the person who's winning the monthly subscription and picking ain't easy. I'm a stay-at-home dad that gets no respect from the kids or wife. I need a break. All right, you got a membership, Run Pure Sports for a month.
Actually, I might get that guy the entry too. I like that guy. What was his deal?
Picking ain't easy. He said, a stay-at-home dad that gets no respect from the kids or wife. I need a break in life. Here's your break. You get a monthly subscription to Run Pure Sports. Send us an email, info@runpuresports. Get you all set up.
Yeah, call me up. I'll teach you how to build a safe room.
You're going to get some respect when you ship 100K with these cores. So, yeah. All right, do we got the 777 winner? Or do you want to?
No, I'm looking through right now. I had the winner. I got to reevaluate here.
All right, time to hop into the plays. We're going to go to the first play of the night, which is the all-important.
Hold on a second. So they post Gary again in chat said Tom Thibodeau is still deciding. Did you guys see this?
No.
Who's going to start at point? Oh, baby, don't give me my boy in there. Whoo, it'll be a good night.
That
if
game
they start dude, he is going to crush.
What is that game? That game's 7:30 Eastern, so we'll probably have it before the slate locks.
I got to go look and see who else it could be, right? I mean, who else?
It's either Frankie or him. There is no one else. Unless they don't
know. I wouldn't be surprised if they started like Burks. Burks played like 35 minutes last game.
But they still don't have dudes. There's no dudes.
Yeah.
I definitely think I'm going to probably play him either way because I think he has to play, but that's just me.
Going down here. All right. As I was saying, the all-important Eiffel Tower play of the day from JT Hayes. Who do you got?
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough to find a lower-owned play. I think this is kind of a chalky slate. I don't, outside of like those couple of plays that I talked about that I don't have a ton of confidence in to say like everyone should play them. Yeah. I think it's tough to find a guy that I think is going to be a little lower owned that I feel real confidence in. But I'll go to that Knicks game and I'll go on the other side. And same thing, Orlando has no point guards. I think whoever starts for New York is going to be chalky, whether it's Frank the Tank, even though he shouldn't be, or Big T's guy, or even Burks. And I'm going to have some interest in those. But I think that the point guard position in particular is where the Knicks are weakest. So I'm going to go with Chase and Randall tonight at I think 3.4K on DraftKings. I think he's going to play 30 minutes. I think he's got a chance at getting you the type of value that you can fit in whoever you want to on this slate.
Awesome. Love it. I think he's definitely a solid play. And the potential to get a ton of run if some of those other guys are ruled out who are currently questionable. All right, now we're going to move into the 4X play of the day, brought to you by myself. And it is hard. I agree with you to really, nail down these picks. A lot of the top plays are going to be pretty popular today. I'm going to go to that Pelicans Trailblazers game and risky play, a high or low floor, high ceiling type guy. Give me Robert Covington. It's going to, take him getting hot from behind the arc, but in this up and down fast paced game, I think he can do it. So give me Robert Covington as the 4X play of the day. All right. Now we're going to move on to the official workbench play of the day, brought to you by Mr. Big T himself. Who do we got?
So first of all, before I do that, so we got a dude in the chat that SP Gill says my wife is 777 pounds. It would be nice to win some money and upgrade. If you could send me a picture of your wife being 777 pounds, you are definitely winning. But I got to see a picture. I got to see a visual first.
There's a thing called Google where you type in 700-pound woman and
he can be creative, and maybe he's creative and gets the job done. I got to see some sort of picture though with the 777 pounder. So you better work that Photoshop real quick while I look for my
that's
picture.
Forklift territory. That's forklift territory.
I mean, that
you need a special.
I think of Dunkel's dad telling that story on one of his shows where he was in there and he was serving it up for about 10 minutes, and then she asked him when he was going to start. He was in the fat flaps instead of in the old bed. It was sweat. He said it was soaked glazed donuts.
Oh,
it was the sweat, not the moisture.
How do you get it up to even get going in that form?
I mean, it was a whole story. It was a good story that his dad told, but good stuff. So workbench play, man. I want to say my boy. I am going to say my boy just because I feel good about it. You got to know the risk of the workbench. Sometimes that lady is just hot. You don't know if you want to take a stab. Maybe she shuts you down. Maybe you don't get to go back to the workbench. You got to go back, put on a little softy by yourself and take care of some things. But who knows? Maybe she says yes and you have the night of your life. I'm going to say Jared Harper tonight. With that being said, if somehow news hits before he plays that he's not going to play or something, then don't play him. You're going to have to do some work on your own after the show. But as long as we don't hear any bad news, I'm going to play him. Hopefully they don't announce him. I mean, if they announce him as a starter, I think he's just a lock. But this dude posted pictures of big chicks in the oh man. I like it. I mean, I like it. What do you think? Should we go with that one? Is it good enough, or should I pick a different one?
No, that's your call, your world, man. They got to do.
I like it. I am going to go with it. I'm going to go with that, dude. 700. What did he say? The exact message was, my wife is a 777 pounder, so it'd be nice to win some money and upgrade. I like that. You're the winner of the 777.
What if his wife's a nice lady, though, you know?
That's why I wanted a little bit of proof, a little bit of clarification.
Yeah. Because he's saying if he wins, he's leaving her. What if she's like a heavier woman, but she's really nice?
I mean, sometimes you got to upgrade still. I mean, you still got to have fun on the bench.
Yeah, that's true. We're all about the workbench here.
Can we dive into that for a second?
Yeah.
Just allow me 1 second. Just to, if your wife currently 177 pounds, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
Like, how do you end up there? Like, how do you end? What's an upgrade? 600? I mean, come on. That's nonsense.
I mean, an upgrade might be JT Hayes. Like it could be anything though.
He's not available to the men. JT is not available for the male population or the female population. Definitely not available for the male population.
Mrs. JT could be listening close by. You got to make sure you clarify that.
Earlier when we were talking about him coming, he hit the mute button. Oh, it's so good.
It's good stuff. Well, yeah, there it is, the winner of the 777 ticket. But listen, though, I mean, if you win and your lady is nice, I kind of feel bad. Like if she's a nice lady and she's not a little overweight, she's massively overweight. If that is the case, and she's a nice lady, I don't think you have to leave her, right? Can he reach? Is he forced to leave her if he wins? That's you can make the decision.
In the chat, you see what he said? He said, dude, my wife is not actually 700 pounds, but I could do better.
I could do better. Now we're talking. All right. Now I got me rolling. Oh, but I could do better.
All right. The honesty.
That's honesty too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, fun. So anything else, boys? That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I like these shows.
We got great mojo going right now. Like always, this is what we do. We bring good mojo and winners.
Yep. So we have JSU.
Delete the chat so that there's no premeditation.
JSU and Holden taking you up to lock, breaking down all the news and notes of the slate. Final countdown, part of the premium product. If you're not a member, you can head on over to Run Pure Sports. Heater 25% off your first payment. That promo code Heater 25. Big T, talk about the college show tonight. Is it free, premium? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, it's free. And so after NBA locks tonight, I'm switching over to college for the rest of the weekend. You won't see me do much NBA content. This is my favorite college weekend of the year as far as the games. I know me and Hoop joke, but we're going to have good content. I mean, tonight at 8, we got our college basketball DFS guy, Steve, who's crushed all year, who's done an excellent job. He's going to be on the show breaking it down. We got Uncle Dunkle, who's from our betting side, obviously, who picks unbelievable amount of winners in college. He's going to be breaking it down from the betting side. We got Holden hosting, and I'm just going to be there hanging out, drinking, picking some winners, and hanging out doing that. And then the rest of the weekend, Saturday morning at 10, Sunday morning at 10, Monday morning at 10. Before all the games, we're going to break it down. Everyone's going to be here. Maybe we'll have some other people hop in and pick some winners too. But all weekend, we're going to focus on college. Yeah, we're still going to do the other stuff. We're still going to have NBA. We're going to have all the other sports. But me especially, and I mean, these guys are going to be here too. We're going to be focusing a lot on this college tournament this weekend, doing the best we can to get you guys in a position to make money betting and DFS-wise. Betting mainly, I'll just say it, betting mainly. Sign up for that bets package. It's only an extra $20. $100 gets you the whole site. We're going to pick winners all weekend. I can't wait to dive into it.
The guys on the bet side have been steaming hot, including myself. Put my 4-0 record on the line today on the bet show.
You can give it. Who's the winner tonight?
The winner it's a free show. The winner tonight is over in the Pelicans Blazers game. 239.5. We're going over for 5-0, putting the record on the line. JT, what do you got for us?
Yeah, just one last thing is it was a great show, great mojo in chat. I know that, Tony, you've got a show to do tonight. I get to do something special that I wish I could do every night, and that's watch the absolute purest shooter in the game play tonight. I expect him to hit another 3 to win the game. How about my guy, Tony Snell? How about my guy, Tony Snell?
Are you going to the game though?
No.
Oh.
No, I tried. I was in DC last night. I looked last minute to see because it looked like that Sacramento Wizards game was going to be fun, and DC's a mess. They didn't have any in-person attendance. You couldn't get into a restaurant.
I figured you'd just be able to pull some strings with all those connections, just to like sit up in the rafters and look down or something.
I got to be judicious about what favors I ask for, right? I mean, we all have to, but excited to watch my guy Tony Snell tonight. Everybody was upset that I wasn't mentioning him.
You heard it here first. Tony Snell, game winner at the buzzer, step back 3.
Yeah, Capella's in, by the way. I like Capella tonight quite a bit.
Yep. All right, that is going to do it for the show tonight. 2 more shows coming up, though. JSU, Holden taking you up to lock. The college basketball show tonight at 8 p.m. Make sure to tune in to both of those. But for Big T, also, yeah, we have the bracket going, Monkey Knife Fight bracket. I believe it is, there's a link on the website. There's a link in the Discord. So head on over and check that out as well. But for Big T, for JT Hayes, I'm Hoop. Good luck tonight in your contests.